just wanted to share with you something that I just shared with one of my consulting clients. We were talking about how do you talk about joining my practice? Like someone is, having coffee with me and I say, hey, I think you should join my practice, but I take 50% of what comes in and they say, that seems like a lot. Why shouldn't I just start my own practice? I wanted to share with you what I say to them, kind of a method that I've found that really works, and a way that you set yourself up so that you are not the only person that's growing your practice, which makes it more scalable, helps you go to the next level, and helps you build income kind of beyond yourself. So what I start with is, let's just say, so I'll say Sam because I just added Samantha, my chief marketing officer for Practice of the Practice. So Sam, you are such a great fit for mental wellness counseling. I've been looking for someone that works with 7-year-olds and under for a while. We get a lot of those phone calls. Your skill set with play therapy and your skill set with these other areas is exactly what I've been looking for. And so I think you also match where we're headed as a practice. As a practice, I want us to continue to be a practice that really reinvents the field of counseling here in Traverse City, that we're kind of counseling for the next generation. And I feel like you bring that freshness in ideas, in just who you are as a person. So let me pause right there. So what I'm doing, it's not just a psychological method, it's actual people that match that. What I'm then doing is I'm saying to people, you are special, you are amazing, you are joining something that is different. I'm creating a different category of practice. And so I might say something like, we're not just like Pine Rest or CMH. We often get their leftover clients or clients that had a poor experience there, and then they stay with us. So we're the kind of practice that people stay with, and that we serve them really, really well. And we focus on that quality over the quantity, and that's why we're private pay. As well, we continue to rank really high in Google for the following keywords, which you don't then have to build your own website. You don't have to build your own branding. I kind of just hand that to you and say, here, for your business cards, here's the format that's worked for us to get higher paying clients and for you to look really awesome. As well, you don't have to worry about paying for an office every month, the risk that's associated with that. If you go on vacation, if you have a down month, if you have a sick kid, you don't have to worry about having this out-of-pocket amount that you have to pay or meet every single month. And so really the infrastructure of the practice is there for you. Also, you have a lot of autonomy. I see you as a peer. So on my side, what I do is I want to make mental wellness counseling look like the premier place for people to refer to in Traverse City. I want us to be top of mind when people say, wow, they're innovative. And just recently we were in the Traverse City Business News and this and this. And so I would maybe list some of those things to say, and I'm going to coach you through that so that you can really stand out. As well, I'll give you the paperwork that I suggest you use. We have Emily answering calls and doing the scheduling and all of that. On the other side, we have what you do, and that's you need to be out there so that you stand out in a competitive market as someone that works at mental wellness, that takes clients here. And so that's shaking hands, letting people know that you've joined us, posting it on Facebook, doing a Facebook Live, writing blog posts, that you are a part of generating your own referrals in addition to me wanting to build the overall brand of mental wellness counseling. And so what that sets up is, and let me zoom out and kind of pause that conversation, what that sets up within the practice is that we're working together to build your caseload. So there's things I can do. I can run Facebook ads, I can build branding, I can do all sorts of other things, but you as the person joining the practice have a responsibility also. Practices that tend to fail are ones that say, so here's everything I'm going to do. But then you just got to sit and wait for referrals. And then people are like, well, why didn't I get as many referrals as I expected? Or I'm thinking about joining insurance instead. And so it's really important to have that initial conversation. And that's why, so then let's jump back into the conversation. And that's why the percentage I take is a little bit higher than what most other practices are taking. But I have it scaled so that it's easier for you when you get to that higher level to really level up. And so there's 2 phases. The first phase is your onboarding phase. It's showing me that you're committed, you're ready, you really want to put in that time. That takes more of my time. And so I take 50% until you have your first month where you bring in $2,500. And so it stays at just 50%. And then you have that first month, woo, you're no longer onboarding. you are a full clinician. And everybody has the same rate. I don't have people that have different rates. You can change the amount you charge, but you all get the same percentage. So what that looks like is I get 50% of the first $1,000 that comes in. That pays for my time, pays for the office, pays for the infrastructure. Then I take 35% of the next $1,500 that comes in. Then when you hit that $2,500 for the month, then I only take 25% after that. So really over time you end up doing about 30-35% depending on how high of an income you bring in. And that pays for my time. That allows me to make it worth my time to put into the practice because of what my hourly ends up being, so that it's sustainable and that this practice continues.